Hey everybody, welcome to the MSR Drive. This is Cotton, and I've got Falco with me. How are you doing, Falco?
Pretty good, man. Hanging in there.
That's good. And we've got a special guest with us today, back in the MSR. Rev, how you doing?
Back in the MSR, man. I'm happy to be here. I've been getting everybody a lot of grief lately, but I think it's just the happiness of being here. It's good to be home.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, and in the same breath, I'm not glad to have you back, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. We're going to do the NFC side of things. We're going to talk about the top NFC teams today, and then we're going to talk about MVP candidates on the NFC side after we finish going through the teams. We're going to start with the East, then we're going to end with the North, which is me and Rev now. And so we'll start off talking about the NFC East. We got the Eagles sitting at 9-2. The Cowboys are 7-5, and the Giants are 6-4. I guess the real question is can anybody topple Kylo and the 9-2 Eagles? I don't think so. What do you think, Falco?
No, I think Kylo's playing. He's playing his best ball right now. I think he's got this locked up now. DK, he is coming up. He's looked pretty solid today in prime time, but I think Kylo's got this locked up.
Rev, what do you think?
It doesn't really matter what happens with the regular season with Kylo, man. What's he won? 2 Super Bowls now, so somebody's going to have to do it in the playoffs. That's when it really matters. Somebody's going to have to send him home. If you want to stop Kylo's reign, turn him into Ben Solo.
That's true. Kylo has all the – I mean, at 9-2, it looks like pretty much a lock back into the playoffs, and then we got to hope somebody sends him to the house. We can't have him winning any more Super Bowls. Same thing to you AFC guys out there. Somebody needs to put J-Rod out and not, give somebody else a chance to play in the Super Bowl. Let's go on to the NFC West. The 49ers are 8-2, and the Rams are 7-3. But right before we started this, the 49ers got a game suspension. That game suspension comes against the Rams next week.
Ooh.
The Rams beat the Saints. They would go to 8-3, and then they would get the free win versus the 49ers. They would have the same record and be tied for first place. I'm telling you, I think the Rams are going to win the West just because of this suspension on King. What do you think, Falco?
I like that pick. I tell you, the 49ers are playing some pretty good ball, but this suspension could set them back a little bit. So, I mean, I can see Ura coming up. I played him a lot in Genesis, and he's a great user too. So it's gonna be a fun division between those two.
What do you think, Rev?
Okay, I was looking at the 49ers schedule. Week 13, they play the Rams. So that's actually going to give him, like you said, that win. They finished the 49ers have to play the Bears, and they have to also play Bueno. But I think they'll win out. That one's going to be really interesting. I'll be interested to see what Ura can do there.
Well, and then another interesting part, Ura posted in chat, the only person of talent that he has left to play is Franklin. The issue of that overlooked Rev, who is dismantling the good teams right now. So he may have saw the Packers and thought the Packers of old. So just keep that in mind, Rev, whenever y'all play, that you need to go back, clip that, and then post that all over chat.
I didn't beat the young God Taco, but I still set the new single game rushing record with the Darnell Anthony. Shout out to the People's Champ. So we'll see what I can do against the Rams. We'll see how many yards I can run for that night.
No, he better not sleep on Jugs either. I know Jugs is 0-10 with the Cardinals right now, but he's a solid user too. He can't sleep on him.
And I will tell you this, part of the reason with Jugs 0-10, he lost his superstar running back early in the season and hasn't had much of an offense because that got him back and instantly started scoring more points. So can't overlook Jugs. That running back is a beast down there in Arizona.
Yeah, these superstar guys are like not even fair. This is my first one I've ever had. And it's just like this is a cheat code.
Yeah, that is for sure. Well, we'll go on to the NFC South. You have the Saints at 6-4, and the Falcons are at 6-5. I think the Saints are actually going to lose this division to the Falcons. I think Dub wins the South and goes to the playoffs. What do you think, Falco?
I'm gonna have to stick with Franklin on this one, and my reasoning. I'm sorry if you listen to this, Dub, but I played Dub pretty tight, and everybody knows I'm a terrible, terrible Madden player. So if you play me tight, chances are, you might drop a couple games here or there. So I'm gonna go with the Saints and Franklin on that one.
So my question is, was Falcons before or after the change that I know about?
It was last season, so it was before Gurley.
Oh,
Now I hear with Gurley is a totally different animal. So we'll see.
yeah. Okay. What do you think, Red?
I thought their teams would be really far apart, but I just pulled it up. The Saints are 91 overall. Falcons are 89. They are going to play each other twice in the remainder of this season. I'm going to, I guess, go against the grain here and say that W gets his first division title there, and he wins out.
Now he did beat the Kylo, so
He just beat Kylo. That is very big. Like, who's beating Kylo? I mean, what's he lose 2 or 3 times a season?
Well,
but it's a rarity.
So, I guess now we'll move on to the home division here, as I will call it, the NFC North. The Bears are 11-0. They're going to win the division. There's no, unless Taco gets suspended for the rest of the season, Taco wins that division. There's just, it's just, that's it. Then you have me at 7-3, and I'm hoping and praying for a wild card, and just that I don't lose any more games for the rest of the season. What do you think, Falco?
Yeah, Taco. I played him earlier, and he absolutely dismantled me. I mean, like I think that was the last episode of Falco's Dimes I did, just because I mean it was rough. It absolutely took my soul away. I can't go against JJ3K, but I think Taco's got this.
Oh yeah, Red, what do you think?
Yeah, he's obviously got it. Hopefully we can see you get into the wild card. He has to play still. He's got to play Rhino and King. Got to play you one more time, and he's got to play Boone. So I would have liked to seen him play Pride. I'm going to try to watch the young man, learn all I can from him. He's the passer in MSR right now. I know probably J-Rod won't agree with me, but Taco sling the ball, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's. I think our 1 and 2 teams in the NFC side are pretty much set. I think the Bears and the Eagles will be 1 and 2 in the playoffs, and then it's just kind of where everybody else falls at.
Have those two met in the playoffs yet?
Honestly, I think Kylo has put him out either in a championship game before.
Last postseason, Taco beat Kylo. Am I reading that right? Wow, 27-7. Did not, which I was not here for that.
I don't remember that. Who did the Bears play after that?
That was 2023. Let me go backwards.
He played Tom.
And lost 38-22. Tom, yeah. and
then Tom played J-Rod in the Super Bowl and lost.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, we all, between the three of us, we can remember things.
Yeah. They have never met other than that in the playoffs. That's their only one.
So let's talk about MVPs on the NFC side. I will go last, but Falco, I think we should let our guests go first.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, we'll reverse it then. You are going to get a JJ Hurt, and Darnell Anthony is going to win MVP by posting 300 yards in the rest of every game the rest of the season. yeah, I can't even say it with a straight face. Joey Johnson for president, Joey Johnson for the Burger King mascot. He just let the man lead the country. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Run Joey.
JJ3K. That's
yeah. That is the new slogan for Joey Johnson. So Falco, what about you?
Yeah, JJ3K for sure. That's the hands down. 2,347 yards, and you still have 6 games left? I mean, if you don't hit 3,000 yards, I'm gonna be, I'll be disappointed in you.
Oh Lord. So I will walk down some guys that I have in my head. You have Mitchell Trubisky has 3,421 passing yards,
Yeah, he
35
put about
touchdowns, and
500
13
on my head
interceptions.
last night.
Oh man, but dude, Trubs is trash unless Taco is playing with him. That's
Yeah.
that's just it. You have Cam Newton who has 3,376 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. You have Carson Wentz who has 3,231 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. These are ridiculous QB numbers. If it's not for the guy who's going to win MVP, Jay Square, he has 2,347 yards, 26 touchdowns. He has 32 runs of 20 or more yards this season.
That's silly.
The next closest rusher to him is Rita, has 1,400 yards, basically, 1,436.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EA
that's
Sports, it's in the game. Human joystick.
Oh man, that is yeah. It is what it is. I drafted him in the 4th round, and everybody's heard this story. You're going to hear it again. Drafted him in the 4th round. He's a 61 overall normal development. He has a 92 overall X Factor running back, and he has destroyed league records until Rev decided to take my record by a yard. So
I didn't even know I did. It's a bad thing. I don't even have a clue. I was
Oh.
actually in the shower today. I was like, I wonder if I broke a record with that. And I went and looked. And I about died.
silly.
I knew it
Now,
instantly.
the downside of that is Cotton's going to get 315 with the JJ3K, which
Yeah,
I mean,
he will.
I want to see it done. I
I'm
want
gonna
to
be
see that 3K.
I have tried to pull a lot of like JJ out more often just because it looks like I'm going to make the playoffs. So I'm trying to take him in healthy. I can't throw
Yeah.
the ball. If JJ gets hurt, I am instantly done, and I will be 9-7.
Yeah.
So that's just where it's at. I will say defensive MVP. The only person in the NFC that even stands out to me is Tack McKinley has 18 sacks.
That's kind of a low year for us then. Looks
Yeah,
like
yeah. For whatever reason, the NFC side doesn't have a whole there's not like any just crazy studs on defense. So
Carl Lawson with 26. Yeah, that's really low considering where we've been.
And then Carl Lawson is who we talked about winning the defensive MVP on the AFC side in last episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you see anybody else, Falco, that stood out for you? I know you noticed things that I don't. So
No, I mean, I don't see very many. I don't see a lot of stats that jump out the screen at you like Carl Lawson's 26 sacks or Bradley Price's 10 interceptions at the middle linebacker spot. I just thought looks like stats are pretty evened out in the NFC side.
yeah. Well, has anybody got anything they want to add just about anything really?
Yeah, we was talking about sacks. For perspective, Myles Garrett holds the MSR record for 42, Khalil Mack at 40, Khalil again at 38. So I mean, 10 more sacks. I don't know if EA's done something or maybe everybody in the league's kind of figured out, hey, Iron Man flashes, I better run. Throw the ball away or do something.
We've got 6 games left in the season. I mean, it's not crazy to think that Lawson could finish with 38 sacks.
Yeah.
Which puts him right there. It's probably not going to happen because that's 2 a game. But then crazier things have happened. And, I mean, Little Bear started the season off as hot as, a firecracker. And then he exploded like a dud firecracker.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of cooled down. He was my pick for the AFC North the last episode, and Little Bear's making me look foolish.
The difference in us talking about him from Sunday to Wednesday is welcome to the MSR.
You get those moments where I'm always in the chat like Little Bear's GOAT. I'll hype him up, and then Jay Wood's GOAT, and then the week goes on, and I don't know. I leave the league, and they're no longer the GOAT, and then I come right back.
Oh man. Well, Rev, you got any final words there, buddy?
I'm happy to be here, man. I know I probably, especially today, I put off a persona that I'm picking on everybody, but I'm really happy to be here, man. I'm just talking shit. This Corona got me sitting around losing my damn mind right now.
Falco, you got anything for anybody, buddy?
Yeah, Rev, just slow down on Anthony because I need Hines to be in the top 4. I've had
Not
a couple slow games. I've had a couple unlucky disconnects, and my fair sims have hurt Hines' numbers. But yeah, just slow it down for me a little bit. Let me have one little bright spot of my season.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna leave y'all with something on a little bit more of a serious note. As y'all know, we're in a pandemic with the coronavirus. Healthcare workers, buildings, nursing homes, hospitals are running out of surgical masks. If you have any at home that you don't think you're going to use, if you'd please donate them, that'd be greatly appreciated. A lot of hospitals are also taking donations, so are other facilities, of hand-sewn cloth masks. There's templates online of the material that you have to use to make them. If you know somebody who would want to do that, reach out to them, help them get the stuff. I will say, personally speaking, it is a legitimate concern that we will cross in about the next 3 weeks. That PPE is dangerously low in multiple facilities across the country, and if anybody has a little bit, goes a long way. I promise you that. Stay safe, social distance yourself. Don't go out if you don't have to. Let's just, be smart and what's in this. That way we can actually go outside and enjoy the summer and go on vacation.
I like it.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful.
All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your Wednesday night. Enjoy some MSR football later on tonight, and we will catch you on the next episode, guys.
Yes, sir. JJ3K.
JJ3K.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for coming.